Okay, in part 11 we will learn how to create an alternative key, a primary key in our business object, and also how to use a number range library to generate continuing numbers to count up basically and have always a unique key generated for our primary key. This is something you should do in the very beginning in the business object definition. I skipped this step somehow. I'm very sorry for that. So people that followed my series until now probably will need to do that. I will still try to correct my very first video where we do the business object definition. So please, in the future, always define alternative key in the way I show you here. If you have not done this yet and followed my until now videos, basically, you need this video to adjust your solution, so all the following tutorials will work properly. But it's very short, enjoy it, and I think it's also important learning just a little bit later than expected. Okay, happy watching. First thing I need to do is add to my custom BO the alternative key here with a label, as you know, the element seminar ID and data type ID. So that's the very first thing I need to do in order to get an alternative key. Then I need to activate my BO. After that, I need to write a logic in the before save that is filling this key basically. Because the alternative key is mandatory, would always fill it. I would just use the number range BO to do that. In our case, I just define a variable number, then I use a reuse library number range, which has a function draw number, and it gets a string. And with this string, it always will draw a number for the seminar management 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this string will be stored basically, and each time this string is handed over, the next number is drawn. So this number I can just assign now to my alternative key, which is the seminar management ID. Is equal to number. So this, every time I save, a new number will be assigned here. Because ID value is a string, I will just make this number to string, but in any case, it will be always unique because it will be always higher. Okay, with this, I ensure now that after activation, that every new seminar has now an alternative key written in the seminar ID. We should include also a check here that is actually checking that if the seminar ID is initial, only then we draw a number. So, but now we are complete. Now we have the code to get the number, and now we could go and update our seminars to get an ID that is unique here. But so as you can see that this works, I would like to add quickly on the TI here the ID field. So I will just go here, drag and drop the seminar ID field here on top, that we make it read only, so that when I go to system now and quickly try that, I can see that there's always a identifier generated. Okay, let's save and activate and go to system and test. Okay, here's the seminars. Let's open one of them. Here's the seminar ID now. Let me quickly change something here and save. Okay, and now you can see here's one generated, and if you do this with the next one, we should have a 2 generated there, and so on. And if you create new seminars, it will have also then an alternative key. Okay, I will do the rest afterwards. But now you see we have a seminar ID here, and this ID we can use for several things. We can use it for retrieve, because you need an alternative key for retrieve. Also in a query we can use it. So unfortunately, this little improvement here was necessary. Why did I came now to it? Because actually I started some other videos already where I wanted to add a value selector on the quote that we're going to see now. And during this value setter on the quote, so that's actually the next tutorial that we do from here on, add an extension to it, to the quote, and select the value selector on top of it, I realized that we only have the UUID. Yeah, and unfortunately, first of all, the UUI doesn't look nice, but even worse, we cannot get a description via it. So here you see a UUID how I've displayed here. I planned to make a tutorial on that already. I had already the videos done, and then I ran into this issue. So before my next videos can come, you really need to adjust your BO model based on this correction here with the alternative key so that we can use this later on. I will correct this in my very first video where I do the BO definition with an alternative key. maybe not in the video, but at least in the text, and warn you for it. And then you have this already in place. So if you joined much later to this course, maybe you're good and don't need this part here. But yeah, in case you just followed my series up to now, you will really need to add this ID here so that you can follow the next parts. So sorry for that, but you see, that's a real life series here. I just do as I go, and yeah, unfortunately I forgot a quite critical part, but now it's fixed.